talking about the subjective being. The subjective being like I said earlier, the subjective being is this. After he walks from the subjective, making those steps of manifestation from the subjective realm to the objective realm, 1, 3, and 2. Now, like I explained to you guys last week about this, 1 holds positive, neutral, and what? Say it.
Negative.
And negative polarities. But it is neither polarized, positive, or negative. But what it does is that it, watch this. It encompasses, mess that up. It encompasses what? All polarity, right? All polarity, right? Now, so if 1 encompasses all polarity, in Islam, now you know the reason why they keep saying Allah is what? 1. Allah has what? No what? No partners, right? Because this being, when it comes to subjective moving into the objective, has no partners. There's nothing that you can match to this being, right? To make it polarized from 1 to 3 to 5 to 7 or any other number. Now, let me show you how this works. 1, because 1 holds both polarities, is in a place that's coming out of this, what we call the subjective realm. And like I said before, I'm going to give you this. It came from this, the from Om, right? Moving from this subjective place, I'm going to just put subjective, to this place, in what? I'll put it like this. NG, but it has K. The reason I'm writing it like this is so you can see that someone else changed the letter and the sound. Now, the came, or the vibration, which is the first step from the from the subjective to the objective, is what? Sound or vibration? Vibration. Vibration. Me and my son was sitting watching Animal Planet, and all of a sudden they start showing the snake, a cobra, and they said that the cobra cannot hear. He can only feel the movement of animals by what? Vibration. So the first coming out of the subjective realm is first what? Vibration. And the symbol in the ancient Kemetic for that feminine power is what? The snake, the serpent. Vibration. Now in the back of his tail he's got a rattler. That rattler is about what? It vibrates. You see it? It vibrates. Now when he vibrates, you're in trouble, right? When he gets to vibrating, you're a little bit too close to him. But the point is, because he comes first from that primordial energy, symbolized as that primordial energy, they use the serpent. And that serpent is that female power in the universe and in the woman. And as I was explaining to you, brother, that the woman don't have to hear it. She can do what? She can feel it. Intuition. Here he comes. He coming home. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Here he come. She ain't heard nothing. She felt the vibrations, right? And look at the Native Americans when they were in tune with nature. What did they do?
Get to the ground.
It wasn't about hearing, was it? What were they doing? Listening to those feeling those vibrations. Here come the buffalo. How you know? I felt it. See, we used to feel like that. We used to use all those steps out of the subjective to the objective to be able to use them in the objective realm. All right. So this is what happened. You got the AU. Now the NG. So we get the word. This is not working. We get the word from there. What? As I said last week. The reason it's is because the sound of was changed to what? K. So you had the word given to you, which was not the original word, but it was given to you like this. Ankh to mean life, you see? Ankh. The real sound was the G sound. That was the original sound, not the K. Now, we know what the Ankh is, but for your information, that sound was G, so the original was And like I said before, when you take this, I'm still going to get to where I'm going. You had that shows coming from the what? Subjective to the objective realm. But you're still in NG. What did I tell you guys last week the NG stood for? What was the word? The word for NG in this word is nada. The word nada translated into Spanish means what? Nothing. So from the subjective realm, the first step was to step into what? Nothingness. So the NG itself stands for nothing, or what? There was no what? There was no thing yet. Didn't I tell you the objective world is what? Objects, thoughts, desires, emotions. They didn't exist yet. So this had not got to a place where there were things yet. Don't you see that they trick you and the word itself tells you there were no things? The word nothing means there's no things. So what happened? You had you also had what? Watch this. Now you know when people are not spelling it right. What's that? Why do we spell it A-U-S-A-R? Why? Now you see what I'm talking about?
They were the first two.
There you go. Now one becomes what? Polarized, right? Opposites. The principles. Let me get back to one. One, like I told you guys before, one holds or encompasses all polarity. Now, when we look at one is not what? Odd, and one is not what? Even. But one makes all things what? Odd or even, right? 1, let me put it, 1 plus 2 equals what? 3. So now 2 has become what? Odd, right? But 2 was what? Even. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. 3 was what? Odd. Now when you add the 1 plus 3 is 4. So now 3 has become what? Even. Because you added both polarities. You added 1. That's why nothing